You're in need of correction, aren't you?
50 Miles of Grey. Reading and Latin reading.
So no Tinder at the goddamn office, okay?
I know we're trying to establish a strict work environment here, but this kind of personal cell policing is asking for all kinds of trouble. Have some Tinder mercies, okay?
It feels like yesterday I was telling you all this.
18 months ago. Added some stuff of my own in there.
Yeah, Tinder.
Isn't Junior Camper still sitting right the hell there, and easily within earshot of this conversation that subverts Kate's threat?
Lenny Bosco, Old Oaks Investments. Peter Decker, Quaker Ridge Financial. Dan Margolis, Century Capital.
Names, places, words, excitement?
The pizza's just really f***ing good. Take a bite.
There is no way pizza with cheese that yellow is any f***ing good. That looks like a straight-up cafeteria slice.
Price is 41, stock's trading at 35. We're looking at a 17% bump in 2 weeks when the deal closes.
Annualized, that's 442.
I'd love to size up.
Numbers, dollar signs, percentages, compounded interest.
Electric Sun is controlled by Kasowitz. He also owns 19.3% of Lumitherm, backdoored through his stake in Southern Wind.
Lead character knows exact pertinent details of a completely unexpected conversation, so we can see his brain is his superpower cliche.
Bobby Axelrod is Mike Tyson in his prime. And you do not want Mike Tyson in his prime.
The nice thing about having these mortal foes in this first episode is that they can explain each other to the audience. You know what they say, the enemy of my enemy is my forced exposition, or something.
But a good matador doesn't try to kill a fresh bull. You wait until he's been stuck a few times.
It's a good thing this scene takes place over lunch, because it gives Giamatti something to chew on other than the scenery. Also, this heavy-handed Wall Street analogy is some serious, well, it's some kind of just having trouble determining what kind.
Are you threatening me? You're right, I am.
Dear sweet Giamatti Jesus in Howard Stern heaven, is every single character in this show a psychopath? Gratuitous Axelrod.
You're just listening to the wrong voice. You're tuned into the one yelling at you over the loudspeaker that you're fucking stupid.
I genuinely can't tell if this show believes its own bullshit or not. If it does, that's definitely a sin. If it's got a little satire in its tank, maybe it's actually a sin off. But you know how it goes around here. Tie goes to the sinner.
You are a Navy SEAL. Did the SEALs make a mistake signing you up? No, the SEALs don't make mistakes.
There's a Charlie Sheen Michael Biehn movie from 1990 that would strongly disagree with that statement. This is actually a beautiful reveal that these two possible opposing forces are married. The first 20 minutes sets it up and then reveals it as a key piece of information without beating us over the head with it. There's obvious talent at work here, so take your sin off and get back to the melodrama.
Of course your job's important. You're a superhero.
This isn't hyperbole either. The show is admitting that basically its lead characters have superpowers that involve dividends and prosecution instead of flight and x-ray vision. And that the only difference between this and a Spider-Man movie is that here we actually get to see Rhino do something.
Look at this. Look. He's marking his territory.
Not only is Axe going to use this as a teaching moment instead of correcting the animal, no one will even give a thought to cleaning it up for the next 5 minutes of conversation. Yes, these people are rich, but are they also somehow immune to the smell of dog piss?
He's willing to look foolish short-term to win long-term.
Man, this is the most expositional meal I've seen since my dinner with Andre.
What the f*** are you doing here, Dad? Trying to get me disbarred?
Character addresses family member by the name of that family member to that family member cliche.
You thought because of our history, bringing my father, this would afford you some kind of a f***ing courtesy? Well, you all miscalculated.
Man, this show has some great writers, but sometimes it feels like it wants to Sorkin so hard it comes off Sorkin light. They even hired a Sorkin to run the damn thing, just not the Sorkin.
I am not prepared for this. I can't. Please, Chuck.
And the overacting continues. Every single scene in this pilot pretends to have the weight of the universe on its shoulders, like some sort of stock market soap opera. What is this, The Young and the Investless?
Billions in fraudulent gains in the financial sector.
Roll commercials.
Do the people you work with pretend they're impressed when you speak in riddles like some kung fu instructor from the movies?
I hope we're not throwing shade at Karate Kid, because I will not stand for that Handmaid's Tale.
Spiros, you wouldn't know the right thing to do if it kneeled down and sucked your tiny goddamn
Okay, fine. I'm in. Giamatti is having way too much fun here for them not to be aware of how over the top this all is. I mean, he just Pacino'd so hard, Pacino said, "Bring that down a few decibels, Charlie." Consider my market cap leveraged.
I've found my calling. Okay, Claude Dancer.
Nice little shout out for all those Anatomy of a Murder heads out there, and by all those, I mean there are none.
Bite?
God, no.
That's White Castleist. But also, yeah, White Castle.
You're thinking about leaving.
Well, Olives, considering you sat right down beside her with the stank of several White Castle burgers permeating the air.
SEC wants me to move on Axe.
He goes from a billionaire that you can pull for to just another rich asshole.
Seriously, the hell kind of logic is this? What billionaire isn't either already regarded as a rich asshole or a decent person with a ton of money? Like, would people change their opinions of Bill Gates or Warren Buffett if they bought a big-ass coastal property in the Pacific Northwest? I'm just saying this is way too much emphasis given to a single purchase than normal people would care about.
Yeah, okay, but I was just hoping that maybe, you know...
No, I know what you were hoping. Door's always open.
And I'm noping this notion that the hoping of the potion that you're smoking is thrown in the ocean.
This is cozy.
Sorry, Brody, you weren't going to negate the covert meeting in the utility area cliche with your character comments on the covert meeting in the utility area cliche. After all, two cliches don't make a not cliche.
How the hell did you know? He was making too much eye contact.
Oh, and also, all the main characters in this show are pretty much omniscient, so there's that. Ah, sudden Jerry O'Connell.
I didn't know this place was open for lunch.
It's not.
This show flaunts the power of wealth so much they might as well have titled it Crazy Rich Caucasians.
Don't call until the market closes. No voicemail, no email.
Well, you didn't give him an email address, so that would be a little odd if he did email you.
Excuse me.
If this talk were so goddamn important for Chuck to attend, why the hell would he be late? And even if he were late, he couldn't send anyone ahead of time? Even if he were trying to grandstand, do it at the beginning of the talk, asshole.
That, thing we were talking about, they are levered 4-to-1. When their accounting comes out, it's not gonna look pretty.
How did none of these people notice the man standing right next to them is holding a mobile device toward them with a screen that clearly indicates it is recording? Also, why would a reporter conspicuously hold his mobile device toward his targets with a screen that clearly indicates it's recording? I'm just saying, no one is doing their job with even the faintest bit of competence here.
They may be cheering now, but believe me, they are dying to boo.
Look, this is a nice standoff between two fantastic actors, but it's also just a big ol' Emmy bait boner to anyone that wants to suck on it, considering a prosecutor of Chuck's intelligence wouldn't go near a confrontation like this when he wants to actively investigate.
And now, from the other side, the man whose job is to drive a herd of bulls and bears.
He stayed out here in this pissing contest right up until the point he was being introduced. For that matter, would they really start his introduction without knowing he was ready to go on yet?
What the hell's wrong with Elmo?
He went to the vet to get fixed, remember?
Dick measuring conflict gets resolved with a dickless metaphor.
He's a tight ass! He's a sadist! He's an absentee landlord!
But they take that beef public, the ground just falls out from beneath them where I'm from.
Are you threatening me?
I just lost my mojo somewhere along the line.
Crikey! I've lost my mojo!
Why are you so into Pinot? I mean, it's like a thing with you.
I don't know. It's a hard grape to grow.
Now listen, you didn't smile enough during the presser.
Talk less. What? Smile more.